Hello everyone, my name is Venkatesh Naresh. My roll number is 21CS10076 and I'll be presenting my DIY assignment 1. I have made a spur gear using FreeCAD. A spur gear consists of a cylindrical part with teeth projecting radially outward. From the side view, the teeth faces are parallel to the axis of rotation. The dimensions of the cylindrical part are outer radius 45 millimeter, inner radius 27 millimeter, and the height of this gear, that is the width of this gear, is 27 millimeter. So to create the gear, I first created the sketch of a tooth. The sketch, firstly I started by plotting 2 points which are at a distance of 5 millimeters from the origin, and each are inclined at an angle of 6 degrees from the x-axis to ensure symmetry. Then I created two B-splines to give the curved effect of the tooth. Also, I put symmetry constraints on these 3 points with the corresponding 3 points below with respect to the x-axis so that the tooth is symmetric to the x-axis. I also created an arc of a circle between these 2 points with the same radius as 5 millimeters. Having created the sketch, I now use the pad option to create the tooth with height of 3 millimeters. After this, go to the part menu and create a tube with inner radius 3 millimeters, outer radius 5 millimeters, and height of 3 millimeters. This ensures that the tooth perfectly fits on the tube. Then we create an array of such teeth using the draft menu. I create an array of 30 elements. Since each tooth it subtends 12 degrees on the center, having 30 elements means 12 into 30 is 360 degrees, covers the entire circumference perfectly. Then we use the Boolean operation from part menu to create a union of tube and array, which results in the fusion object. This fusion object is a union of tube and array. Finally, we go to the draft menu and select the scale up option so that we can scale up our entire fusion object by a factor of 9. The resultant figure is Fusion 001. Going to the mesh design option, we select our Fusion 001 object and create its mesh. And finally, we export this mesh as an STL file. Now let's look at the meshed object in Cura. For that, we'll import the STL file of the gear in Cura. Then we go to print settings and check the layer height 0.15 mm and the print speed 58 mm per second. Then we click on the slice option to check the print time. 5 hours and 51 minutes will be taken to print this entire spur gear. Let's preview the printing process. The 3D printer will print the gear layer by layer from bottom to top. Let us see an example of how a particular layer will be printed. It is printed in this manner and subsequently it will be printed for all layers. Finally, we press the Save to Disk option and save it as a G-code file which is to be provided to the 3D printer.